Story number 64, 2-week vacation. Somewhere in rural Thailand, there is a happy family of 6 who lives on a rice farm. Arya is the only sister and the youngest of 4 siblings. The year in this story is 2115. Arya is 22 and lives with her parents. She also works as a bobarista at a boba tea cafe. She works alongside her co-worker and best friend Esther Armstrong, who is an African American who immigrated to Thailand with her family at age 14. Esther is 21 now, which means that she moved to Thailand with her family back in 2143. During break times at work, Esther told the wildest tales about her time living in the U.S. state of Nebraska, since that was the state she was born and raised in until the move to Thailand. Arya has 3 older brothers who are Samchang, Chayang, and Silas. The family of 6 are fluent in 2 languages, which are Thai and English. How the family learned English is that Peter is a missionary in his home country of Thailand, and he worked with a British missionary and an Australian missionary in church planting. Peter learned English to communicate with them, and then he taught his family the language. This is how Peter's family has English as their second language. On Wednesday, July 8th, Arya went into work and was excited about going on a 2-week vacation to Bali, Indonesia. On her first break time, Arya was talking to her friend Esther about how she is so excited about going on vacation, which was planned for July 20th through August 2nd. This was just in time for Arya's conversion anniversary, which is on July 25th. Arya planned on going on vacation with Esther and Silas. Silas is Esther's boyfriend. On the morning of Sunday, July 19th, Pastor Peter preached a sermon about whether Christians should believe in conspiracy theories or not. He explained that if it aligns with Scripture, or if there are clues that can be confirmed by Scripture, then such theories must be believed. Then explains that a conspiracy theory should not be believed if it contradicts Scripture. Pastor Peter then talks about the conspiracy theories about a horrific world war that ran its course from December 6th, 2141 to October 3rd, 2143. He then pointed out how that a world war lasted for 666 days, and made a reference about 666 being Satan's number. He also pointed out that on February 10th, 2142, which was 66 days after the World War started, fun events all over the world, including the 2142 Winter Olympics, were cancelled due to the World War. Pastor Peter pointed out how the World War was a psyop, and it was not a coincidence that the World War resulted in 66.6 million deaths. He then went on to point out that the World War calmed down greatly on March 13th, 2143, which was exactly 66 weeks after the war started. At that time, things started going back to normal at a slow rate. Then things started going back to normal quickly after the war officially ended on October 3rd, 2143. Pastor Peter finished pointing out how the war was a psyop, and how the numbers 666 and 66 were all over the place surrounding that war. After church, Arya informed her parents that she is going on a 2-week vacation with her brother Silas and her friend Esther. She did this so this way they know where she is. Arya enjoyed learning about how the whole world is a stage during the sermon. Then on the morning of Monday, July 20th, Arya, Silas, and Esther went to an airport in Bangkok, and then took a plane to Bali, Indonesia. and they flew in the economy class so that they could have the cheapest flight option. This was also their first time flying on an airplane as well, since before this vacation, Aria and Silas had only gone on 3 different vacations in their lifetime. One was in Thailand and the other 2 were in Vietnam. They took a train for all 3 of those vacations. The vacation to Bali, Indonesia was Esther's third ever vacation, and her first 2 vacations took place while she lived in the US, and those 2 vacations were to the Grand Canyon and Yellowstone National Park. Esther rode in an RV for those 2 vacations. At 12:26 p.m. on Monday, July 20th, the posse of 3 arrived in Bali, Indonesia. The posse of 3 checked into 2 separate hotel rooms at a beautiful hotel that has a stunning view of the beach and the ocean no matter what floor of the hotel you're booked on. Araya and Silas were both booked into room number 403 on the top floor, which is the 4th level of the hotel, and Esther was booked into room 436, which is on the same floor. After this, they each went to an Ubud cafe for lunch. They tried new dishes and loved it. After lunch, they went to a breathtaking beach in Bali. In the afternoon, Aria was enjoying an ice cream cone as she went on a walk on the beach with her brother and her friends. They took stunning pictures on the beach, and they took a selfie together with a view of the beach and the ocean. They enjoyed a great 2 hours on the beach. Then after this, they went for a hike and enjoyed the breathtaking views of the jungle and the waterfalls. This was a day filled with fun activities. As the days went by, they enjoyed many other fun activities that Bali has to offer, and they enjoyed tea and coffee at a table outside at the different Bali cafes every morning. On Tuesday, July 21st, Araya, Silas, and Esther took a ferry to Nusa Penida, and they enjoyed a tour of the islands. They hiked up the cliff at King Beach, and then enjoyed the stunning views of the beach and the ocean. They spent the night on the islands and then spent the whole day exploring the islands. On Wednesday, July 22nd. Then on that fine Wednesday evening, they returned back to where they came from when they took the ferry on the evening of Thursday, July 23rd. On the evening of Thursday, July 23rd, the posse of 3 went to visit the Hangen Suite to watch the stunning sunsets. They all snapped stunning pictures there and then took 2 selfies together. During their vacation, they read the Bible every morning and every night. In the wee hours of the morning on Saturday, July 25th, it was Araya's conversion anniversary. Araya, Silas, and Esther went hiking up Mount Spatter to see a stunning sunrise. They had a wonderful time doing this, and then later that day at the beach they all enjoyed surfing and they had a blast. They are all good at surfing since they surf sometimes during their spare time. At dinner time that day, they all enjoyed some wonderful Indonesian seafood at Jimbaran Bay. On the following afternoon, they enjoyed a flower bath at Kaviri Spa, and it was a relaxing experience for them. They each designed their own customized flower baths. On Monday, July 27th, the posse checked out of the hotel and then stayed in a Bali treehouse for the final week of the vacation. Since they could have food ordered to the room, they did this for most of their meals. They still visited a nearby cafe to enjoy some tea and coffee for the stunning experience. They also enjoyed how breathtaking the tree house they stayed in was. Because of how popular the tree houses are, they booked one for the second week of their vacation in advance. They were really enjoying the tree house, and they did not want to leave during the first 2 days there. because for the second week of their vacation in advance, because of how breathtaking the tree house is. On Thursday, July 30th, Araya, Silas, and Esther enjoyed going on a stroll through the uh, Kamfutan, Kabuhan Ridge Walk. This was a wonderful hike, and it was also Silas' birthday that day, as he now turned 25. A special birthday celebration for Silas took place at the treehouse later that day. On Friday, July 31st, the entire party enjoyed swimming in a waterfall during a time when the waterfall was not busy with tourists. They enjoyed things like jumping behind the waterfall, beholding the views of the stunning waterfall, snapped pictures of the waterfall, took a selfie, and taking in the waterfall. On Saturday, August 1st, they went to visit the Tigala Lang Rice Terrace, and they arrived early so that they could enjoy it crowd-free during about the first hour there. Then they went to the beach later that day and enjoyed some ice cream. On the morning of Sunday, August 2nd, they went to the Aruma Pohan Treehouse in the wee hours of the morning to enjoy a stunning sunrise there. They also paid to take a stunning photo there too. Then on the evening of Sunday, August 2nd, Arayam, Silas, and Esther took a plane back to Bangkok, Thailand, and then went back home to rural Thailand. They all spent the entire night reflecting on how fun the vacation was, and they each posted all of the pictures that they took during this wonderful vacation on their Instagram pages, which are private. They all have their Instagram pages set to private, so this way only them, their family, and their friends will be able to view it. Then Peter shared a story with Ariam about how Peter and his wife, Busa Bang, went on a one-week trip to Bali, Indonesia for their honeymoon. After they got married, the difference was that when Peter and his wife, Busa Bang, went on their trip to Bali, it was for a honeymoon, and they were only interested in the jungle, waterfalls, beaches, cafes, and flower spas. On the other hand, when Araya, Silas, and Esther went on a trip to Bali, it was a 2-week trip and did a lot more activities since they wanted to do more things. 25% of the things they did were not in their itinerary, since they found out about some of the activities during the vacation.